The purpose of this video is to show the functioning of the choke mechanism on a 1972 Jaguar XKE Series 3 V12 engine. Based upon my knowledge of how Jaguar built their cars, I'm going to assume that the mechanism and the sizes I'm about to mention are applicable to the Series 1, 1.5, and 2. The mechanism is operated by a simple lever that has 4 positions. When the car is running, the choke is off, and then you can increase the amount of the choke by 3 additional positions. This mechanism is accessible after removing the near half of the dashboard to give you access to this set of plates here in the upper left-hand corner of the panel that holds the glove box. This plate here is fixed and attached to the structure of the panel. This plate is held in place with a nut and bolt way down in behind the top of the panel. And this plate has 4 detent holes in it that equate to the 4 positions on the function of the switch. This plate, the dark one right next to it, has a single detent in it, and it holds the ball bearing that makes the adjustments possible. And this last plate here on the outside is solid and serves only to trap the ball bearing in here to keep it in place as the mechanism is functioned. I've turned it upside down so you can see better what's going on. Again, you can watch the function now as I operate the choke. Note that in the closed position, the base of the lever touches this plunger switch that is wired to the indicator lamp that shows you that the choke is on. This part here is a bulb holder that illuminates the label that says run cold hot on the face of the panel. This half-inch nut and bolt is the key to making adjustments or replacement of the ball bearing. It also serves as a pivot for the entire mechanism. When I managed to lose my ball bearing, so I got a replacement from one of the usual vendors, and it was too small. I purchased a set of ball bearings off of Amazon. That had 20 different sizes. It ranges from 2 millimeters up to 30 seconds, or approximately 10 millimeters, or 700 ball bearings. And I only needed one, but the entire kit was only $15 plus shipping. On the end of the magnet here, you can see the 4 millimeter bearing that I installed to make the choke function. I don't know if it'll pick it up on camera. I guess it will. That's the size of the ball bearing that was provided. They're both magnetic, but when you put them both on the same magnet, one pushes the other one away. The difference between these two, the one in my hand is an 1/8 inch, and it measured at just over 3 millimeters. The one that I have in my choke mechanism is 4 millimeters. It doesn't look like it's only a millimeter difference in size, but what can I tell you? So getting access to replace or service the ball bearing in your choke mechanism is relatively straightforward. You'd have to remove the leading edge or the edge of the dashboard nearest you to gain access to the mechanism here behind the glove box panel. I would recommend, I did it on the bench, so I had an easier time doing it, but I would recommend using some wheel bearing grease or something similar to hold the ball bearing in place while you adjust the 1/2-inch nut and bolt to fit the new ball bearing in and get it in place. And I've hyperextended the choke so you can see the 4 detent holes. Again, the darker panel, darker plate right here holds the single ball bearing in place. You can just barely make out its shadow more than anything else. And you can see how this outermost plate is used to trap the ball bearing in place and then move through the 4 detents as you adjust the choke.